Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and X-Men Red, issue number 1. Okay, we could do this. So, we see that Jean Grey isn't going to be happy with just simply coming back and kicking a little booty and taking a few names, alright? It actually starts off in the action. There's all sorts of crazy stuff happening, alright? It's a little girl, she's about to be killed by this wild group of people, and you're wondering, like, you know, she's a mutant, obviously. And it's like, okay, dude, so like how they find out about her, it turns out her mom is right there with a pistol also. And she's the one up front talking about leading this charge. Dude, that is as nuts gets. Nuts does not come in any different flavor than that, all right? That is the nut prime, nut actual right there. So, wow. Wow. My sympathies for this imaginary girl. Seriously. So... anyway, the X-Men go and they rescue her and they rescue a few other people here and there. And then you see what actually led to this. Jean Grey is just, you know, kind of sensing the world and the world's appetite for hurting mutants and hurting anybody that's different than themselves and just, yeah, all sorts of bad mojo. Well, check this out now. She goes and she talks to for one thing, the Black Panther, and says, you know, can I bring a bunch of people here to Wakanda? You know, there's a center, there's a hub, so to speak, of the greatest minds. So let's bring a whole bunch of people from around the world here, and let me try and make like a little mental get salt with these people, all right? Let me make like a little hive mind, so to speak, so I can actually reach into their minds and have all of them think with each other until we can find a harmony, a pattern, a really good idea of something to do. So she does that, and she comes up with her own dream. That's right. Professor Charles, we've always been working on Professor Charles's dream, and Magneto's never really had a dream. He was mostly a nightmare. And everybody was always about, you know, can we follow Charles's dream? Will it be a different dream? This dream, that dream, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, finally we've got another dream. Okay, and it's Jeanie Grey. So we're going to call it a Jean dream. That's what we're going to do. Comic Book University. I am now hashtagging that. That is, so hashtag dream Jean dream. Okay. Anyway, so her dream is to try and find some kind of a perfect utopia for these guys, or some kind of a perfect Genosha for these guys. These two places are mentioned when she goes and addresses the World Council at the United Nations. She brings Namor so that Wakanda is another nation who will support her. T'Challa makes sure that his ambassador understands you will support them also. And Great Britain seems to be the general face of against this, but it turns out this is just simply for the sake of the cameras, all right? Because at first she's like, you know, I don't think this is a great idea, but she's like, yeah, but you know, if we're not a nation, then you know, it's hard for us to be recognized. But if we are a nation and we actually go someplace, suddenly problems compound, and now you can focus your anger there, like that's the enemy, that's where the bad guys are. And we don't want any of that anymore. We just want to be able to live in peace. Like, Jeannie, mention that humans are always the aggressors here, all right? No, instead, and of course, just, you know, a couple of mutants, like the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants or something like that, they go and ruin it for everybody, and everybody gets labeled that way. So, Jeannie is outside, she's having a conversation, like, you know, thank this person, awesome, and then the envoy, the special envoy from Great Britain shows up, and she's like, all that was just posturing for the cameras and whatnot. I actually think that there's a possibility this can work, there's just one thing. And all of a sudden, she takes on a different tone, a different face, a different everything. No, she doesn't transform. Just in her mind, she obviously did. So Jeannie's like, okay, what's going on? There's something in your mind. Let me get it out. Oh, my God. And she notices something, and all of a sudden, the head explodes. The head of this girl explodes. It's like a Transfers moment. Yeah, kind of cool, right? Anyway, so obviously the police are like, okay, freaked. You're going to stop right there, Mutie. And they start taking shots. Well, Namor had already jumped in front. So now all of a sudden they just shot the king of one of the most dangerous, volatile nations, I want to say on the earth, but technically this is under the sea. Should I do my little, you know, under the sea? I won't do that anymore. So they all decide to teleport out of there. So the dream is already starting pretty messed up. Anyway, they got this place that's way underground. I guess they're going to be dealing with the Mole Man pretty soon. And it's called Seer Rebro. Seer Rebro. Okay, just, yeah. figure it out for yourselves. I think Sears Roebuck and Company has something to do with it. I'm going to give this comic book an A. This was out of here, completely out. So many things. Mainly. First off, the psychic entity that came back, Cassandra Nova. Oh, dude, wow. That did not see that coming. Did not see that coming. Okay. I love it. I love that as being an idea for the first arc, the first couple of arcs. This almost reminds me of the first real arc for the New Mutants. This is great. But more than that, you have the idea that they are trying to form another nation, like one mutant at a time, and trying to give these people sanctuary and whatnot. More than that, there's a different dream. Now, we don't actually know what this dream is yet, okay? Don't get me wrong. I didn't skip that part at all. We don't know what it is. But there is a dream. We're going to figure out some more of this as the comic progresses. This is great. And don't forget, hashtag Gene Dream. Gene's Dream, something like that. Wow. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.